Hello everyone, let's do a simple question here. In this question, we need to find the supply current and the supply voltage. Other parameters are given in the circuit. Let's try to find out the supply current here, which is coming from the battery, that is I. That I is going through this 8 ohm resistor and the 6 ohm resistor, and at this node, at this junction, it's splitting into I3 and I4. So if I apply the KCL at that junction, for me, I will get I is equal to I3 plus I4, where I4 that I already know, which is 3 amperes, but I3 I don't know. So let's try to find out the I3. If I can find out the I3, which means I can easily get the supply current. So in here, this 16 ohm resistor and 8 ohm resistor are in parallel. So I can say that since it's parallel, V4 should be equal to V3. So if I can find the V4, that voltage should be equal to V3, and I can definitely find the V4 here, because according to the V equal to IR, I4 also I know and R4 also I know. So if you put that in the equation, I4 is 3 amperes and R4 is 8 ohms, and you will get 24 volts. So in the according to the first equation, I can say that V3 also 24 volts. So if you take the voltage across R3 as V3, then if you put the V equal to IR, Ohm's law, for that particular resistor, then I can say V3 will be 24 watts, I3 that I need to find, and R3 is 16 ohms. So if you do the math, then you will end up with I3 will be 1.5 amperes. So now here, if you add 1.5, which is I3's value, plus your I4 value, which is 3, then our supply current is 4.5. The next parameter that we need to find is a supply voltage, which is the voltage across this battery. So according to the Kirchhoff voltage law exactly, we can find that V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Since it's V3 and V4 are parallel, we can either say V1 plus V2 plus V3 or V1 plus V2 plus V4. Both of them are correct. So according to this equation, I know the V3 where we found out in the last slide, that is 24 watts. But if I can find the V1 and V2, I can easily get the supply voltage. So let's try to find out the V1 first. V1 is the voltage across this 8 ohm resistor. So if you wanted to find the voltage across this 8 ohm resistor, simply put the V equal to IR, which is Ohm law, that V1 should be the current going through this resistor, which is same as the supply current, into your R1, the resistance value. So supply current is 4.5, where we found it in the previous slide, and R1 is 8 ohms. So according to the math, you will get 36 volts. Similar to that one, if you wanted to find the V2, then add a Ohm's law for the resistor across the resistor, and here also the same current, supply current, is going through that resistor, so that is 4.6, and the resistance value is 6. If you multiply this one, you will get 27 watts. Now I know the V1, which is 36, V2 27, and V3 or V4, which is 24, and the total supply current is 87 volts. This is a very simple example where we used KCL and KVL. We will do more question on KCL and KVL in upcoming videos.